I'm out here in the Everglades. I'm fishing a canal that runs parallel to Route 27. A little windy. Wind's coming from the north. We had a front come through. I actually intended to be fishing in a different area, but wasn't able to find the place that I intended. I had read an article in the newspaper about a really great canal out in this area, but the directions that the reporter gave didn't match up with reality, at least the way I found it. When I got to the spot where I was supposed to make a turn, there was no place to turn. So I turned around and came back down 27 and found one of the boat ramps that come off the road. They run every half mile to a mile or so, so they're not too hard. Caught a whole bunch of little bass today so far, in the 8 to 10 inch category. I'm trying to see if I can find something a little bigger. I put on a slightly bigger popper. Probably won't make any difference. The big fish are just grabbing it before the little the little fish are grabbing it before the big fish have a chance to get to it. It's kind of noisy out here, running right alongside of Route 27. But there's a kind of an interesting phenomenon if it ever does get quiet. It's a singing bridge is what I'm calling it. This bridge here to my right is channeling the wind and sort of making a sound. Although you can't really hear it very well for all the trucks. If I can get a quiet time later, maybe I'll turn the camera back on and see if I can record that. Well, the bigger popper did attract a slightly bigger bass. This one's maybe 11 inches, 12 inches, something like that. So, bigger bait, bigger fish. I'll stick with it for a little while. Well, I was hoping I'd be able to go down one of these east-west lateral canals that come off this main north-south one, but every one I've seen so far has been choked with this spatter duck. I can't really get down there, so I'm stuck out here with the north-south wind, north wind that is, hoping that the wind will shift a little bit to the northeast or east. But I'm still catching fish, so a little cool, probably as cool as it's been in a couple of weeks. Full overcast and 15-mile-an-hour wind, probably just in the low 70s, so actually pretty comfortable. Well, I've had a lot of bites lately, but haven't been able to get a fish into the boat for quite a while. They seem to be taking it in their mouth, and then as soon as I try to set the hook, I let it go. But this guy took it. I've changed to a green squirm worm right now, and I let him stay on there for quite a while before I tried to set the hook, and managed to get him in. All right, time to put him back in the water. Well, I foul hooked a gar. Ah, there he is. See, I've got him on the side. I don't know if I foul hooked him or he just took it. Gar don't normally go after flies, but this guy did. All right, let me see how I'm going to get this hook out of this guy without getting myself stuck. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Every now and then I pick up a fish. Caught a bass a minute ago. I've had some small ones on and they've come off. It's gotten a lot nicer. The wind has calmed down quite a bit, and it's gently pushing me back towards the boat ramp, about a quarter mile away. It's also not even as much traffic, not as many trucks as I was hearing earlier, so it's probably the nicest time of the day, although I think the bass bite has tapered off quite a bit. Last time I was here, I caught many Mayans and bluegill, and so I had quite an exceptional day. No Mayans today at all, just a couple of bluegills, so it's been mostly bass, and even that has tapered off a bit, so still, all in all, not a bad day at all. So I'll be heading back towards the boat ramp now. Well, the bass have started to bite again. Everything has, actually. This is probably the nicest fish of the day right here. I don't know, he's probably about 13 inches, 14 inches, something like that. There he goes. As you can see, he's on the squirm worm, just fishing along this bank here, where this rubble comes down to the water, throwing the worm up onto the rocks and then pulling it into the water and making it swim like a real snake. I guess that's what the fish think it is. But things starting to get a little better now, so I got another hour, so I'm going to keep fishing.